All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, HISD Butler Stadium. Thrill is all get out to be bringing you this football game. We got the Heights Bulldogs dressed in all black with that phenomenal looking, looks like a matte finish maroon helmet with the glossy silver, looks like a state of Texas with a bulldog on the right, and then their number on the left. So very sharp looking uniforms. For the Heights Bulldogs, white lettering across the board. Now, stark contrast, we got the Elkins Knights, mind you. Primarily all white, so white bottoms, white top with a navy blue helmet. They are the Knights, and also a shiny decal as well. So it looks like the Elkins Knights will receive. So the Heights Bulldogs going to operate left to right of your screen / radio dial, and the Elkins Knights will operate the opposite direction, right to left. So Butler Stadium, just in case people aren't aware, Del Mar, usually the flagship stadium within HISD, suffered some storm damage somewhat recently. So a lot of the games had to get kind of scheduled around. We got some unconventional matchups across the board. Elkins and Heights, actually, I believe, was originally scheduled for Friday night at the flagship stadium of HISD Del Mar, which is adjacent to the regular field house, and you have that much smaller all-grass field in Dyer Stadium. Rounding out the HISD locations, Butler, of course, off of Highway 90. We got Barnett, somewhat in the Sunnyside area, for those familiar. And lastly, but certainly not least, North Forest High School area, also known as Cowart Stadium. That is also a grass field, synthetic overall. So we're going to have Heights getting squared away. Like I said, pretty excited overall. So Heights last year, for the most part, I believe most of their games, they had Reggie McNeil Jr. as the quarterback. He did transfer to SOC, which is South Oak Cliff, Dallas Inner City ISD. So it'll be interesting to see who the quarterback for Heights will be this evening. So Saturday night, Day 3 of Week 1. This is a marathon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Texas high school football. 11 weeks regular season and 6 weeks playoffs, culminating in the week at Jerry World, also known as AT&T Stadium in Arlington, about mid-December. So everyone thrilled as all get out, everyone excited. So Heights, the home team, of course, they are HISD, and Elkins, the visiting team, they are FBISD. Fort Bend ISD versus Houston ISD. This is a 6A matchup. So kind of waiting for the signal to go across the board to get things started. Okay, so like I said, kind of just operating around the horn, waiting to get things settled underway. So Elkins will receive. We are very excited for Roman Seymour, the quarterback. So formerly of Manville High School. So anyone within any realm of football will know his father, Roland Seymour, that defensive tackle standout, played opposite Michael Vick in the 98 Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. So old school BCS era. So first opening kick, going to be picked up at about the 10-yard line by number 2 for Elkins. Oh, helmets flying off, so that's what you like to see, some nice, clean football and some hitting. So we're going to get started, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Now, Heights, from what I remember, I think his name's D-Ray, number 4, so that linebacker can bring the ruckus. And then we of course, have Zaylen Cormier. So we'll have to see if he's playing both ways. He's the Houston commit. Heights also has that really, huge mountain of a man. The tackle, Devin Ferris, about 6'5", 270 to 320, depending on if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner when he weighs in. Roman Seymour starting out, hot out of the gate, quickly gets the completion. And it looks like we're going to reset the chains. So that's what they're going to do. They're signaling to the down markers. That is a first down. So Roland Seymour in his FBISD debut, like we said earlier, Manville High School product, his first 2 years. He is a junior, fairly highly touted overall, even if his father wasn't his father. So quite a number of offers for that young man. I believe initially out of the gate, I believe A&M and Houston might have been the first few. And, of course, he got the legacy offer from Florida State, care of his father. So 15 out the gate, that is the running back trying to get some numbers. So, we're here in Butler, so not always the case. We don't always get programs. So I pulled this full disclosure from Max Preps. Max Preps is kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of like Wikipedia on steroids. So we got Roman Seymour. Shotgun formation with twins flanked on the bottom end of your screen. Roman Seymour, in and out of the hands of 88. And unable to connect there. The sun might have played the factor. So Roman Seymour, one of the best quarterbacks, in my opinion, in the greater Houston area in quite some time. Now, I've seen he's got textbook mechanics. He works with J.P. Tillman. So J.P. Tillman, has been working with the likes of DJ Lagway, Trey Owens, and a host of others. So here we go. So Seymour going over the top. Double coverage, unable to connect. So right away you're going to see that arm strength that is Roman Seymour. So Urban Meyer made the comment about Dwayne Haskins. He literally said, I could watch this guy throw for an hour. Same thing with Roman Seymour. I could see Roman Seymour throw for an hour. Textbook mechanics. He's 6'6". He's got the long arms, so when he kind of, throws one in there, it zips, and like I said, it's got a pop to it. It's got, nice trajectory, very accurate, and a nice tight spiral. So, unfortunately, even though Elkins got a first down, they were unable to move it further. So, they're going to punt. So, punt going to go. Let's see. It's going to roll up to about the 25, and it looks like that is number 0 for Heights. Still on his feet. You're seeing the athleticism there for 0. Around the corner for the touchdown. So kind of like if you're a Tecmo Super Bowl old school Nintendo fan, that's kind of like when you're zipping back and forth. That's exactly what he did. So the change in direction for number 0 for Heights, 10:22. So a little over 1.5 minutes have elapsed. Heights on the scoreboard, 6-0 your score. So we're going to see exactly what's going on. All for naught. So sometimes when you see the hole is just a little bit bigger than you expected, sometimes that will be a hold, and sure as you know what, it was. So we're going to move the football back, but hey, still regardless, great play by number 0 for Heights. So ball going to be placed probably at the site of infraction. It's going to be 45-yard line. Let's make it 45.5-yard line. So between the 45.5 and 4 3/4 yard line. So just inside their own territory, they have a few yards to get into enemy territory. So shotgun formation for the quarterback. Like I said, McNeil was the quarterback last year. So that's 5, and 5 gets brought down by number 5. So it looks like actually, Dylan D-Ray, I believe his nickname's D-Ray, is the quarterback. He was the quarterback 2 years ago. So a dual threat quarterback in the making. So now 2 minutes have elapsed, so under 10 minutes to go in this first and opening quarter. Pretty high-powered attack thus far this evening. So Saturday night matchup, HISD versus FBISD. So here we go. So D-Ray, quarterback keeper, and he is going to go up the middle. So you're going to hear me say full disclosure a lot. The air conditioning is not working inside the press box at Butler Stadium. So if you start hearing me, breathe heavy or what have you, it's probably because I'm sweating. So I'm, which isn't a bad thing. Got a few more pounds on me anyway. So I'm burning calories. So my, if I had an Apple Watch on right now, it'd probably be showing that I'm burning some heat. So under 9.5 minutes to go. D-Ray going under center. We're going to see where they're going to place the football there. So we're trying to get the number there. That's number 14 for Heights. All right, that is a first down, I believe. So looks like it's a rookie, first down chain gang. Usually you see the elder statesman trying to bring, give back to the football community, but these are looks like about high school age kids. So it looks like the linesman's happened to remind him a few times. So D-Ray, high snap, going to hit one underneath, still on his feet. He's going to yank down between the 30 and 25-yard line. So it looks like ball's going to be placed at the 29-yard line. So Heights Bulldogs, very high-powered attack overall. All right, so D-Ray, shotgun formation, twins flanked on the top and bottom end of your screen. Ooh, it's going to go to 7. 7 is still on his feet. Ooh, ball going to be down, and it looks like maybe Elkins is going to pick it up. Okay, so we're going to kind of move the camera a little bit, try to get in the center of the establishment here. All right, so D-Ray going to roll out near side of the football field. Ooh, and he's going to underthrow his intended receiver. All right, so Dylan D-Ray, the quarterback, he's going to hit, I believe, number 42, top end of your screen, and he's going to get the pylon for the touchdown. So, like I said earlier, they did get the punt return for a touchdown. It was called back, but phenomenal pitch and catch there. Dylan D-Ray to number 42 for the Heights Bulldogs. So, 7:51 on the clock, so a little over 4 minutes have elapsed. So phenomenal play there for Mr. D-Ray. I believe he's Dylan D-Ray. He's class of 2025, so I believe he's a 2A player, plays linebacker. That's where I saw him last year. So great pitch and catch there. Extra point is good. So now that's going to make it now 7-0 your score. Let's get the little Bulldogs, the flags there. So the flagship there, Bulldogs. And 7-0 your score. Number 28, the kickoff kicker for Heights. So 7-0 your score, Butler Stadium. So Houston, Texas. So it's kind of in between Missouri City and Houston. So I guess that officially address-wise it's Houston, Texas. So number 28 set to kick off with 7:51 to go in this initial quarter. All right, so going to go to about the 8-yard line is the kickoff return specialist for Elkins. And he's going to get past the 25-yard line. So we're going to see exactly where they're going to spot the football. So this is the second chance here, second drive to see Roman Seymour in action. So we definitely got to see the arm strength in that first and opening drive. One was a longer pass in double coverage. Unfortunately, that was unable to connect there. And then the other one looked like they might have hit looked like it might have been a receiver slash tight end and went in and out of the hands. So because Roman Seymour has a cannon for a right arm. So here we go. Roman Seymour RPO. Going to hand the ball off to the running back. Looks like he's going to get a minimal gain at best. So we're going to see where they're going to place the football. So second down, ball at the 30-yard line, middle of the hash mark. So looks like maybe second and about 7. All right, we go. Roman Seymour, RPO, going to go once again to the running back. And going to get stood up, so might have lost a yard. So it looks like it's going to be third and about maybe 7 to 8 yards. All right, so trips flanked on the bottom end of your screen. Twins flanked on the top end of your screen. Empty backfield. This is very reminiscent of DJ Lagway with Willis. You saw a lot of that naked, empty formation. So Roman Seymour going to hit an out route, and he is going to get fairly close to that first down marker. So really enjoy watching Roman Seymour air it out. He's got a very, very strong and accurate arm. Like I said, he's got a good number of offers. Most of them were sophomore year. Could have been some in the offseason going into his junior year. So the type of quarterback that I would, if I was a prognosticator or predictor, probably will have offers probably in the 10 to 25 range by the time his senior year signing day comes around. So Elkins, unfortunately for them, they're going to punt again. So here we go. So punt is going to go, and it's going to cross midfield, going to bounce off a player, and it looks like it's going to be spotted between the 40 and 45-yard line. So we're going to see where that exactly will be spotted. So 5:38 to go, so a little over halfway through this first and opening quarter, HISD versus Fort Bend ISD. So like the pre-district ball games, you get a chance to see this a lot, where you get to see teams from other places, as well as just of course at pre-district you get to see nice kind of games that may end up becoming rivalry games, rivalry non-district games. Sometimes sometimes it's like a sign for a one-off. Sometimes it's a home and home, and sometimes it could turn into a traditional rivalry. So we got Dylan D-Ray with that compressed trips flanked on the bottom end of your screen. One flanked on the top end of your screen. Dylan D-Ray directing traffic, and he is going to get hit by, looks like, number 6. So number 6 for the Elkins Knights, like I said, via max preps, and that's always a mixed bag on the accuracy, but that looks like David Agnenbogu for the Elkin Knights. So great play there for that young man. So 35-yard line, and we're going to have Dylan D-Ray once again under center. So he kind of alternates between shotgun and whatever. So basically, so timeout was called just in time. One of the receivers looked like they were confused if they need to be on the field or off the field. So we're back right after this. Heights versus Elkin, 7-0 Heights. All right, back in action here. 5 minutes to go. So, fairly, kind of a chess match back and forth. A lot of times that first quarter generally is. You're kind of, getting a feel for the other team initially. So 7-0 your score. Heights on top. Ooh, a little bit of a screen, bubble screen to 7. 7, top end of your screen, and he's going to get right to midfield. So great play there for the Heights Bulldogs. So we're going to see where they're going to place the football. Okay, it looks like third and about, let's make it third and about maybe, let's say 3 or 4 yards. So ball going to be placed at the 46 and 3/4 yard line. Let's call it like it is, 47 yard line. We like to round up, of course. Little elementary math lesson overall. So Dylan D. Ray is going to go under center. Like I said, he likes to mix it up, under center and shotgun formation. So Dylan D. Ray going to pitch it out to the running back who's 14. And once again, so actually this is going to be, let's try to get the number again. So that, I believe, sometimes that number is kind of bunched up. So it looks like that might have been number 8 for the Elkins Knights. So sometimes a 6 and an 8 can kind of look the same. Sometimes when those numbers are bunched up, the midsection and the back. So drew a flag, possibly free play. So interception to 11, but this is probably going to be all for naught. So usually in that situation, it's a free play. So we're going to see what they're going to call here. Yeah, so that's going to be called on Elkins. So, once again, that was a free play. So, it's going to go to about the 47 to about the 49-yard line. So now Heights inside Elkins territory. So, Heights being able to move the ball, I wouldn't say relatively easy, but they are able to move it against the Elkins Knights defense. So, hand the ball off 14 once again. And it looks like another flag on the football field. So from what I've seen historically, covering football for a number of years, a lot of times that first game, you just, unfortunately see a lot of flags. And that's not to say that the teams are not disciplined or what have you, but that's just kind of a product of the game. So you usually see less flags as you go through the regular season. Of course, some rivalry games can have a few more penalty flags than normal. So, marching it down, so ball, that looks like that's going to be about a 15-yard penalty. So ball now going to be at the 31-yard line. So Heights Bulldogs in pretty good field position, all things considered. So 3:26 to go, 7-0 your score. Heights Bulldogs over the Elkins Knights early on Saturday night. So day 3 of week 1. So Texas does 11 weeks of the regular season and 6 weeks of the postseason. So we like to say it's a 17-week marathon. So it's not for the faint at heart, regardless of things. So here we go. So D-Ray now out of the shotgun formation. So D-Ray with a little bit of pressure, and he is actually going to get it out, I believe, to number 1. So great job there for D-Ray. Like I said, last year, didn't get a chance to see him a lot of times under quarterback, whether it's under center or shotgun, just because Reggie McNeil Jr. was the quarterback last year for the Heights. I believe Dylan D. Ray was the quarterback his sophomore year. So, of course, nobody likes to lose their, their starting spot regardless of position. But quarterbacks / skill position players definitely don't want to see that. So you're seeing sun's still a factor as of now. So Dylan D. Ray, pistol shotgun formation. Going to hand the ball off to the running back. Running back making some moves, and that I believe is number 7 for the Heights Bulldogs. So we're going to see where they're going to place the football. And that looks like that will be a first down. So great job there, Heights, moving the respective chains. So 2:20 to go in this first and opening quarter, Butler Stadium. So Elkins is Fort Bend ISD, so they have Hall Stadium and Mercer Stadium. So they have two stadiums to play out of. Little new to covering Fort Bend, so not exactly sure if half the teams play at one and half the other, or if they mix it up. So a little bit of a handoff, top end of your screen, get some positive yardage for the Heights Bulldogs. Okay, so ball is going to be placed at the 18-yard line, so far side hash for the Heights Bulldogs. All right, so it looks like D-Ray going to go under center. Like I said, from a schematic standpoint, defensive coordinators have to plan accordingly. So we're going to pitch it back behind him. 7 tried to make a move, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to get past the 10. So he kind of slipped a little bit on the surface. Kind of glad to see that he's still in the football game. Well, he's going to take a breather, but usually when you see a cut, you see a slippage, you always kind of hold your breath, especially with the turf. So the turf, on the maintenance side, it's probably less maintenance for the maintenance crews, but there is a lot of statistics out there, whether it's old school football or football, soccer, or American football, or just regular football, that you're going to see more lower leg injuries, especially ACL tears / meniscus tears when it is turf. So luckily that's not the case. So D-Ray, not afraid of some contact. He is going to kind of get reminiscent of a John Elway, doing the helicopter in that Super Bowl, I believe Super Bowl 32, Packers versus Broncos in San Diego. So Dylan D-Ray, what I like about this, you don't see a lot of two-way players in the 6A ranks, but when you do get to see it, and the defensive position for that quarterback is linebacker, and it's a middle linebacker, then you're going to see some pretty cool moves there, and that's exactly D-Ray. So D-Ray, middle linebacker, and the quarterback. Going to hand the ball off, I believe, to 14. 14 trying to get lower pad level than his defenders. So we're going to see where they're going to place the football. Very close to the end zone, so kind of I guess you'd call that, well, it's end goal situation, but if it wasn't, that would be n inches. So that's going to be end of the first quarter, 7-0 your score. Heights over Elkins, Butler Stadium, HISD, Houston, Texas.